What is going on, everybody? This is Big Fat Ghost Gaming here. Welcome back to more Ocarina of Time. It's been a few weeks, honestly, and I'm ready to get back into the swing of things. Last episode, we completed the quest for a big Goron sword, and we pretty much crushed it, so we're doing good. This episode, we're gonna be headed into the Fire Temple. Let's get it going. So we got Sheik again, of course, making his third appearance. Sorry. Sheik's gonna teach us an awesome song here, the Bolero of Fire. Very nice. That's the Master Sword. That's not the Big Goron sword. Cutscene is not good. Bad cutscene. Bad cutscene. Who gives a fuck? I honestly wonder if they fixed that though in the 3DS version. Because see, it's gonna switch as soon as we get back. Wait, what? Wait, look up close though. Maybe it's just always when it's sheathed. Oh, I just killed myself. Yeah. But let's just admire this sword. I don't know if we did last episode. I mean, come on, look at this thing. It's literally bigger than Link. And how I like to play the game is, I mean, I would just recommend getting it ASAP. Because the more you have it, I mean, the more you'll enjoy it. I mean, most of the time I would get it after this temple, which of course is the Fire Temple. You know, we're in a volcano. So, yeah, let's go into this awesome temple. Which music would have been cooler if it was 1998. Let's go. So if you noticed on the map there's two dots in the caldera, or the crater of Death Mountain. And a lot of people don't notice that, but if you're a huge Zelda fan, you know it's in fact actually Spectacle Rock, which is... I'm sorry, this beeping is going to be incessant. I gotta... Alright, I'm sorry guys. Let me see if I have milk or something. Yeah, let's use the fairy just because I know we're going to get another one in just a minute. Spectacle Rock is where Ganon's tower was in the first game, and a lot of the fire-themed dungeons have been in Spectacle Rock in the past. Just a common thread throughout the series, so it's cool that a lot of people don't notice it, but we are under it, and actually this dungeon when we get the map is within Spectacle Rock, but let's go ahead. Look at this spiky-haired motherfucker. Darunia is here. So that means he's about to die, guys. If common theory is canon, he's gonna die as soon as he goes through that door. Because you will never see him on the earthly plane again. So, bye-bye, Darunia. Kinda scary. The legendary hammer of MC. Stop. Don't touch that pot. Cringe. We try here though. for my 1 viewers. It's alright. I'm just getting back in the swing of things, not gonna lie. I mean, I've been gone for a few weeks, but I knew I was at a good stopping point because we got the Fire Temple, and this is an awesome temple. I'm not even gonna lie though, I think it is probably the weakest out of the 5 adult dungeons. Even though it's a great dungeon, and I won't disparage it past that, but I genuinely do think it's probably the weakest. And I'm failing right now, big time. I do think it's the weakest, probably. I think if one thing that could have helped it is if they kept the original music. I guess that's just my bias, but I think the original music in this dungeon, it includes chants from the Quran. That Koji Kondo didn't know that he was using like Muslim chants. So they took it out in the first patch of the game. But you can look it up. I mean, you probably know it. I mean, if you're watching this, but it's a lot more spooky sounding and just it sounds a lot more like just cool. I don't know how to describe it. And a lot of people agree with me, but I think that would have helped the dungeon a little bit. Besides that, I think the main problem with this dungeon is it's just kind of repetitive. As you're about to see, we're gonna free this Goron out of this cage. So, I don't even know if you have to talk to him. I don't know if he'll leave the cell if you don't talk to him. But we're gonna talk to him though, because, you know, why not? We got a Smokey though. Let's talk to this guy. Pillar in the ceiling. So yeah, first Goron saved, but he's talking about this giant fucking pillar right here. It's pretty big. Let's get going though. Got a big fucking dungeon to explore, so let's get going. I think the coolest part of this dungeon may be just this first room though, with these 3 little like Maui heads with the fire. They're always cool. But we have this behemoth of a room right here. This is one of the biggest rooms in the game, but yeah. Third room in the dungeons is huge. I don't even think there's a bigger room in the dungeon. But yeah, honestly, the big Goron sword, one of the best things is just the extended distance you get. Like, let's be honest, those keys are so annoying, but with the big Goron sword, they become so much less annoying. You can just basically just spam B and they'll be gone. Pun. Goron special crop. I got that top shelf bomb. Top shelf kush. Blowing some kush, blending some Ocarina time. JK, I'm not smoking any kush. I did just play the lottery though. I'm definitely not gonna win. But if I did win, I think my audio quality would probably go up in the next few videos, considering the fact I'd be a billionaire. What we're gonna want to do here, we got of course is a block of time. The block of time. Let's go through this door. Very nice. And here, I think we have the introduction of a new enemy here. These are like-likes. Like-likes are a classic Zelda enemy. They're really annoying. I'm gonna show what they do just for an example, but I'm never gonna let them do it again. I'm gonna let them suckle on me. Look at the sword just popping out of there like a cocktail. Look what it did. So he took my Goron tunic, and he took my shield. So if I walked out the door right there, I'd be kind of far past fucked. So you're gonna want to just stab him with that, and you'll get it back. But likes are extremely annoying for that reason. I mean, if you're not careful, you can lose it for good. No joke. And if that happens, then you're just gonna have to go to the Goron store and buy a new one. Yeah, because I mean, if you lost that tunic, then you'd be basically screwed when you walk out of this room. Yeah, let's get going. Likes are kind of cool. They're annoying, but they're not that much of a challenge. Let's get a sink. This room is basically just lethal lava land in one room. Which is a good map. I can't wait to play some of those games. I mean, obviously I have a bucket list of games I want to play. I mean, I guess N64 is where I started, so maybe I should play another one. I'm not sure though. I don't have any bombs. That's a problem. This is obviously a faux door. That's actually tough, to be honest. What did I like? I think I remember blowing up all those rocks in the crater last episode, doing some stupid shit. Let's go ahead though. We're gonna want to go back there though. I'm almost sure there is a Goron in there. Bombs are like the worst item you cannot have in here, to be honest. Alright, let's see here. You're gonna want to scope these keys out when you get to the top here, is what I always do. Make it a lot easier. I just want one of them to drop bombs, come on. Alright. This is pretty annoying. I'm trying to think what my best course of action should be. I'm trying to think what enemies even drop bombs in this place. The Slugmas might. Speaking of Slugma, Pokemon is probably a series I'm gonna potentially cover in the next LP. One of the Game Boy ones. Yep, exactly like I thought. So, yeah, we can't get past there yet. And Link should be paralyzed. And scalded. Alright. Ooh. Not doing great here. Oh, wow. Maybe it's the other side. Maybe I just gotta... LOL. I've never been in this predicament just because of the bombs. That's the thing about Zelda is like the one time you don't have something, it throws you for a loop. Because I don't even remember the last time I didn't have bombs, and now I can't even. This is a really shitty situation. If I can time it, just fucking tank it. Come on. All right. Yeah, let's not do that again. Let's see this. I gotta assume there's a way to get some bombs in here. With these keys. Nope. Come on, guys. I need some special crop. It's because I made the pot joke about the fucking special crop, isn't it? Come on. great. See, this just slows down. This is the kind of stuff that's gonna make it hard to make this temple a two-parter. Because normally it'd be pretty easy. Son of a bitch. I'm literally about to leave the temple. I mean, I'm right at the beginning. Wow, it's really annoying. Oh, the bubble. The bubbles might. I'm really frustrated right now. It's not that far to the Goron shop. We'll try these 2 keys and then we're gonna leave. Actually, you know where there definitely could be bombs is in here. I'm surprised I didn't get them earlier when I got that fairy. I'm almost sure one of these has to get bombs. Like, please, game, just do it. I don't want to waste more time. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. Yep, there we go. So normally I must get those bombs, because it threw me for a loop there. But now we're all good. We probably got about 10 now. Let's get back to that room. That was about a 5-minute diversion. It's alright. Let's get over there. We know where we gotta go. Alright. That's the one thing. I feel like it takes a little longer to unsheath the big Goron sword than the Master Sword. So there are certain applications that makes the Master Sword a little better. But I think I wouldn't even say a little better. I mean, besides the fact it's a Master Sword, which is points for like coolness and being iconic. But I mean, besides that, like the big Goron sword is just so much better. I think the damage output is literally like, it's gotta be like 1.5 or 2. I'm not even sure, but it's a lot. Cool. Yeah, I heard that. See, that's this, you know, what I was talking about earlier with the redundancy of this dungeon being a little much. Because I feel like there's some really cool set pieces in this dungeon. And to be honest, if I had to choose, I might put it tied with the Shadow Temple, which we'll get to. Not to spoil it, but the Shadow Temple used to be my favorite just because of the like spooky aesthetic. But when you really look at the Shadow Temple, it's so linear that, I mean, like, that's a good thing, I guess, for diversity within the temples in the game, which is good. Like, that is good. I can't deny it. Like that one of them is, you know, linear, and the rest are, you know, like, say for example, the next dungeon we'll be going to, which is like the opposite of linear. It's like it adds a good variety, but the Shadow Temple is really linear to a point where it's just kind of, I wish it wasn't, because the theming is probably my favorite. I love the theming. It's spooky, it's cool, and it's cool like that's in this game. You know, when you really think about how it's affected a lot of people who play this game when they were little. I mean, me included, to be honest, because I mean, this game was rated E. 3D is 13 plus, but that's a big difference. Like, I mean, this game has some really scary elements in it, especially around that part of the game. That's why I like Majora's Mask more. I wouldn't even say that's why, but that's part of the reason I like Majora's Mask more. is the aesthetic of Majora's Mask is so fucking sick. It's so awesome. And it's like a masterpiece. Like, as much as this game is definitely a masterpiece in the Zelda realm, I think I have a good point there. Like, it's this game is for sure a masterpiece in the Zelda realm in terms of Zelda style and like the baseline of what a Zelda game is. You know, you go to different dungeons and you collect 3 items and all that. You know, but as a video game, I think Majora's Mask is more of a piece of art than any other Zelda game, perhaps. And you know, that's obviously a question of subjectivity. You know, it's very subjective whether or not one game is better than the other as a piece of art. But like versus like a game, like let's just bring up like Pac-Man. You know, Pac-Man's a great art. Like, there's a lot of art aesthetic from Pac-Man just because it's so iconic. But you go back to when it was created, it was really just created to have fun. And, I mean, to be honest, to go, like, gobble up quarters, too. Same thing with all those classic arcade games, you know. They were in the business of collecting as many quarters as possible. But dishing out gratifying gameplay while they do it. And like, that's a piece of art. Like, I appreciate Pac-Man for its art style, you know, that classic neon marquee and everything. But Majora's Mask is a game, I mean, I'm sure I will let's play it. That's the #1 game. Like, I only let's play this one first just because it's first. That's a game where it has a lot of external meanings, I feel. And maybe I chalk it up more than that, you know, maybe it really doesn't. But it's a game that I genuinely, I care so much about. I care about more than this game, even though this is one of my top 10 games of all time. Majora's Mask is likely my most nostalgic / favorite game of all time. Do I think it's the best game of all time? No. I mean, there's that whole argument there. You know, like, do I think this game is a better game for someone who's never touched a Zelda game? Oh, probably 100%. I think if you're looking to see what Zelda's like, this is the best 3D game to start with. 100%. Without a doubt. You notice that I said 3D game, though. Link to the Past is probably the game I'd recommend any casual gamer pick up and play to begin with, and see if you like the formula of Zelda before you start playing 3D. Because if you like that game, and then you love that game, which is, it's hard not to love 2D Zelda. I mean, my God. I just want to get the dungeon map to show the Spectacle Rock thing. Yeah. Like, it's actually so pronounced in this game. It's like, just look at that. It's a pair of glasses, so. But like, Spectacle Rock and Link to the Past is Turtle Rock. It's right by Turtle Rock, I'm pretty sure. Or Ganon's Tower is right on it, or something. Harrow's Tower. It's in that general vicinity. But yeah, I think this is a game that you should definitely start out with, because especially the 3DS remake, with the faster text speed. Like I said from the beginning, the worst thing in this game is most definitely the text speed. Like, on your first playthrough, it's definitely not bad, because if you're trying to soak in the story and try to enjoy it, you know you're going to be reading along. But for something like this, where I'm not reading the text, just because I'm not that into it at this point, I'm not getting paid. Fuck yeah, I'd read it if I was getting paid. I mean, if I was getting paid to make these videos, I wouldn't be going to work tomorrow. At fucking 6 a.m. That sucks, because now I'm in the groove. I'd be playing this game till 6 a.m. if I didn't have to. I think I think there's really nothing bad about this game in terms of a Zelda game. Besides that, like everything else is so entry level and not basic in a bad way. I mean, it's basic in a bad way if you've played this game ad nauseum, which I know is true for a lot of people. Luckily, it's not for me. I'm kind of at that point where I wouldn't be playing this right now unless I was doing commentary. You know what I mean? Like I would be trying to find a randomizer, or I'd just be playing Majora's Mask, because Majora's Mask is special in that you can make each Let's Play or playthrough is a better word awesome in different ways. Like it's not very vanilla every time. Graphics, I guess, would be something as we look at Link's non-existent crotch. Graphics are one thing that are, I think, for a lot of people, a hard pill to swallow with the N64 era. I don't think the graphics in this game are bad. Do I think they have aged better than a lot of N64 games? Yes. Do I think if you have the ability to play the 3DS version, you should? Yes. But someone like me who loves this game in and out, graphics aren't going to be a problem. I mean, it's literally like, quality of a game. That's why people still play the original Zelda. As much as that game is antiquated, with being really fucking cryptic in a lot of ways, there's still a baseline enjoyment to that game that's awesome. I probably shouldn't have killed that guy, because now, well, it doesn't matter once I get this. We got another key here. So this guy's just gonna break his legs. But something like Tears of the Kingdom is a game that I kind of stopped playing just to bring it there. I stopped playing Tears of the Kingdom, and not for any specific reason. Not that it was a bad game at all. I mean, honestly, the contrary. It's an amazing game, and there are a lot of things that I'm excited to play it. Let me put it that way. When I get back into it, when I have free time, I'm very excited to play that game. But right now, it's almost overwhelming, but it's not even as overwhelming. It's just the games I like playing right now are games that I don't know. I guess I'm just very nostalgic for. Like, for example, I'm playing through Sapphire right now on my Game Boy Advance, which is, if I was to play any of the Pokemon games, it would most likely be Fire Red or Leaf Green, probably Leaf Green. So I mean, I would expect that coming down the pipeline if I have viewers that watch this eventually. But Leaf Green would definitely be coming down the pipeline because Pokemon is one of my favorite franchises for sure. But not only that, I mean, Leaf Green is an awesome entry-level game. Just being that it's Generation 1. I said that wrong again. I mean, you probably know what I mean. It's Kanto. It's the original 151. That's close. It's the original 151, and I mean, you can't go wrong with the original 151, no matter who you are. I mean, those are the original Pokemon, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, we're pretty much at 30 here, so I'm gonna cut it after this failure of the Song of Time block. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.